have this lady legislator. She finished her college degree in hotel and restaurant management at the Sultan Kudarat State University. Her passion in acquiring more knowledge and learnings prompted her to pursue her Bachelor of Laws at the same school where she successfully handled the hardships of studying law while at the same time pursuing her political career, and finally made it last April 2018, where she was one of the graduates of the Bachelor of Laws of the Sultan Kudarat State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this very gorgeous young lady, a third-termer legislator, the chairperson, Committee on Women and Family and Solo Parents, and the chairperson, Committee on Games and Amusements, Honorable Maria Jenaline Nobleta Mejia. She will be escorted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mejia. This young, amiable, and lovely lady legislator is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and finished her Bachelor of Laws in Ateneo de Davao University and hurdled the 2007 bar examination. She is married to his childhood sweetheart Alvaro Can Garingo, and they were blessed with 3 bubbly kids, Mateo Iniego, Olivia Marchesa, and Lucas. The very articulate and the current chairperson of the Committee on Laws, Rules and Ordinances, and the Committee on Good Government, Ethics, Labor and Employment, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Mariblight Aujero Cartojano Garingo. She will be escorted by her husband, Sir Alvaro. Cheryl Hidene, and blessed with 4 children. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the members of the 21st Sanggunian of the Municipality of Isulan, please welcome the very competent chairperson of the Committee on Zoning, Public Works and Land Use, Housing, and the chairperson Committee on Agriculture and Cooperative, Honorable Marvin Lebante Dalanon. He will be escorted by his wife, this time, the current barangay chairman of Barangay Buwal and the hard-working ABC president for 4 consecutive years of this municipality. He is married to the former Miss Norma Angeles, wherein they were blessed with 4 children. Ladies and gentlemen, the current chairperson of the Committee on Barangay Affairs and the ex-officio member of the 21st Sanggunian, Honorable Jacosalim Gani Galmak. He will be escorted by his wife, Ma'am Norma. current chairperson of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Calawag 2 and the president of the Sangguniang Kabataan Municipal Federation. She is currently pursuing her Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering at the Sultan Kudarat State University. She is one of the twin daughters of Mr. and Mrs. Jose Lagdamen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-working ex-officio member of the 21st Sanggunian, the current chairman of the Committee on Youth and Sports, Honorable Clarice Anfoni Lagdamen. She will be escorted by his father. And finally, we have this person, a lawyer by profession. He obtained his Bachelor's of Laws at the Ateneo de Davao University and successfully passed the bar examination. She is married to the former Miss Mira Maydalman, whom they begot two lovely daughters, Clarice Faye, who just graduated this bachelor's degree in medicine, and Cassandra Kay. He was elected as the Sangguniang Bayan member from 2001 to 2007 and from 2016 to 2019. He ran for the vice mayoralty race where he was elected for 2 consecutive terms, serving from 2007 to 2013. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the presiding officer of the 21st Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan, a round of applause to the very competent Vice Mayor of the Municipality of Isulan for the election term 2022 to 2025, Honorable Arnold Hernaez Armada. He will be escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nestor Armada, and of course of his daughter and his wife. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to the members of the 21st Sangguniang Bayan of the Municipality of Isulan. At this point, may I turn over the microphone to our presiding officer, the Honorable Vice Mayor Arnold Armada, for the session proper.
Okay, so in the meantime, may I request members to please sit down first. Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This symbolic inaugural session of the Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan, or the 21st Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan, is hereby called to order. May I request members to please stand. The prayer will be led by Honorable Mariblight Cartujano Garingo.
Covers PH.
I pray you'll be alright and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer as we move away. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved. La luce que tú dai nel cuore resterà a ricordarci che l'eterna ce la sei. Let this be our prayer as we move away. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza. another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child needs to find a place, guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. E la fede che hai acceso in noi, sento che ci
This will be followed by the national anthem.
Sa mandulupin, ikaw
The panunumpa sa Watawat to be led by Honorable Carlo F. Apiato.
Pakitaas sa ating kanang kamay at sabay-sabay natin bigkasin ang panunumpa sa Watawat. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa Watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag, na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan, na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
For the Councilor's Creed, Honorable Arjen K. Palyasige is requested to lead.
Councilors, please raise your right hand. The Councilor's Creed. I am Philippine Councilor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents, in the pursuits for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as a guiding principle of my official act, and as I tread the pathways of local legislations, may the Almighty guide my mind and the heart that I shall be true to my constituents and the Filipino people.
Okay. May I request everybody to please sit down. So this time, we will have the roll call of the members of the 21st Sangguniang Bayan. Madam Secretary.
Honorable Arnold Armada, Honorable Carlo Apiado, Honorable Arjen K. Palyasige, Honorable Moises Dular, Honorable Ryan Dumaran, Honorable Darlene Lama, Honorable Maria Chenalin Mia, Honorable Mariblight Cartuhano Garingo, Honorable Marvin Dalanon, Honorable Jacoselim Galmac, Honorable Clarice Lagdamen. Honorable Presiding Officer, all members are present.
Okay, considering that all members are present, quorum is declared. Madam Secretary, next order of business. So, the next order is the reading and consideration of our minutes. Any motion from the members?
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Honorable Moises Dular is recognized.
I move for the dispensation of the reading of the minutes of the previous session.
Okay, so there being no objection, and to save time and to give way to the inaugural address of our Honorable Mayor later, the reading of the minutes of the previous session is hereby dispensed with.
Mr. Chairman,
Honorable Darlene Lama is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the creation of the committee to conduct the mayor from her office to deliver her state of municipality address, to compose of Honorable Arjen K. Palasige, Honorable Maria Ginalin Inmia, and Honorable Clarice A. Lagdamen.
Okay, so any seconder to the motion? Okay, so it has been moved and seconded that a committee be created to conduct the Honorable Mayor from her office to this session, to be composed of Honorable Arjen Palyasige, Honorable Jenalyn Mejia, and Honorable Clarice Lagdamen is hereby approved. Okay, so the committee members now are requested to proceed and proceed to the office of the mayor and conduct the mayor in going to this session. lang. But before that, I apologize, I forgot. We are still with our rules.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Honorable Ryan Dumaran is recognized.
I move for the suspension of the rules.
Okay, so our rules are suspended. Okay, so the members of the committee now are requested to conduct the mayor. And while waiting for the presence of our mayor, I would like to take this opportunity while the rules are suspended to acknowledge the following guests. Mr. Eduardo L. Silvido, the Grand Knight, Knights of Columbus. Mr. Eduardo Bedro, Chairman of Carancho. Engineer Rodolfo G. De La Rosa, President, Philippine Society of Civil Engineers. Mrs. Cecilia P. Gampong, RSW, Office of the Senior Citizen Affairs Head. Mr. Antonio A. Langayin, President of IPO-MABAY. Engineer Jane Rosal, President, Rural Improvement Club, ISULAN Women Development Council. Miss Christy P. Hipilga, UIYP. Miss Mary V. Castillo, President, ISCAN PPBR. Mr. Rene F. Evangelista, President, Electrical Practitioners Association. Miss Susie E. Castellano, President of Calipi. Miss Juliet Tolentino, President, Isulan Sultan Kudarat Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Carlo F. De Morito, President, Isulan Rainbow Association, LGBT Community. Miss Edith P. Retirado, President, Isulan Federation of Senior Citizens Association. Miss Teresita Balagot, President, New Pangasinan OFW Organization. Miss Ana Mary Ojaman, President, SK Free Farmers Association. Miss Janet A. Ladrillo, Parent Leader, President for Peace. Riden Joy P. Barato, President, PYAP. Miss Donna May D. Biboso, CPA, President, Ismia. Father Gilbert Nasataya, DCC, Parish Priest, San Carlos Borromeo Chapel. Reverend Eduardo B. Irise, Living Water Church. Reverend James L. Gamao, Nakpil Representative. Reverend Danny L. Matab, Capital Alliance Church. Reverend Bernard Peñafiel, Kamakop. Reverend Rolly P. Peñafiel, President. Reverend Peter H. Balsa, Foursquare Baptist Church. The resident minister, Iglesia ni Cristo, Isulan, Maine. The resident minister, ang dating Daan Church. We would like to recognize also former SB members present. Honorable Roger Aristosa, please acknowledge. Honorable Rene F. Aristosa. Honorable Gina B. Bilmes Dael. Honorable Pablito Rindon Jr. Honorable Venancio Foro. Honorable Yonida Lacerna. Honorable Ana Fe Collado. Honorable Mario Gregorio. And we have the presence of our former mayor and incumbent board member, Honorable Dr. Ernesto F. Machas. Si Vice Ara, ex-former. Pro Ara si Vice Mayor. Hindi, tawag ka na, Gina din. So, we'd like also to recognize our former Vice Mayor, Honorable Lord Dean Castillo. So, in the meantime, we have now the presence of our Honorable Mayor, Dr. Tess Palyasige. May I request everybody to please stand to welcome our Honorable Mayor. And of course, we also welcome our former mayor, the first gentleman, Honorable Diosdado Palyasige. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome, let us hear the inaugural address of the Municipal Mayor of the Municipality of Isulan, Honorable Dr. Marites Palyasige.
Please be seated. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. The words of Mahatma Gandhi. My greetings and felicitations to everyone, to all our guests. We have our former municipal officials, the former mayor and now the board member, Honorable Ernesto F. Machas, former municipal officials, our principals and supervisors, our partners in the PNP and the AFP, Honorable Arnold Armada, our Vice Mayor, and all the SB members present, Honorable Carlo Apiado, Honorable Arjan K. Palyasige, Honorable Moises Dolar,
Honorable Ryan Dumaran, Honorable Darlene Lama, Honorable Maria Jenaline Mejia, Honorable Mariblight Cartojano Garingo, and Honorable Marvin Dalanon. ABC President, Honorable Jaco Salem Galmac, SKMF President, Honorable Clarice Lagdamin. All the guests and ladies and gentlemen, good morning. 6 years ago, I stood in this very hall and made public the pact I made with myself and with the people of ISULAN. When you entrusted me to be the First Lady Mayor of our beloved town, I remember vividly, like a scene in a documentary, the words I uttered to voice out my pledge to have a better ISULAN. I bound myself to that vision of a progressive and successful community and society where development is inclusive and resources are holistic, and focus all efforts to drum up the necessary actions, interventions, and support towards that end, day in and day out, like clockwork, consistent, without reservation. For I know that such is the demand that comes with a distinct privilege and honor you Isulanons have bestowed on me. I knew then, as I understand, the responsibility of being at the helm and leading our beloved ISULAN is such that it entails full dedication and time and even more. My fellow Isulanons, 6 years ago, I have presented a vision, a direction of what ISULAN will be, of what ISULAN ought to be, a peaceful community where each has an access to better education, health and social services, economic stability, agricultural productivity, infrastructure development, poverty alleviation, disaster risk reduction, decent housing facilities, and clean environment. I have outlined 10 focus areas to concentrate our efforts and resources to bring about genuine peace and development in our hometown. We have set out specific goals and programs in each of these focus areas to commence our version of real growth and success for our municipality. And today, in laying out of the foundation of what ISULAN will become in the next 3 years, I would like to reflect a bit on our successes and gains, failures, and shortcomings. It is my humble position, ladies and gentlemen, that our 6 years is a resounding success relative to the goals we set on each of the 10 pillars of governance. Our municipality has grown leaps and bounds in agriculture, as shown by the higher yield per hectare of our farmers due to the timely and correct interventions and innovations we have introduced. We have also made headway in the management of the fiscal affairs of our local government, such that we have implemented more programs and projects due to the transparent and efficient service and administration of our coffers. Our health services are among the most astounding in the region, as evidenced by the numerous awards we received, recognizing the municipality's ability beyond par to deliver the needed health services to all Isulanons. We have reached a greater number of the vulnerable and marginalized, those whose needs are dire and immediate, and provided them the basic social services. We have partnered with our educational institutions, both public and private, and involved them in our endeavors to ensure quality education for our children and youth. We instituted measures to manage our wastes and garbage, to protect our rivers and other water resources, our forest lands, our air quality, all to safeguard a clean environment in Isulan. We forged a good relationship with our peacekeeping elements, particularly the PNP and the AFP, and implemented programs to create a vigilant and peace-loving community, which resulted to a healthy peace and order climate. We have initiated the profiling of the homeless, those who are just renting and not owning real property. We have already distributed lots for a number of beneficiaries for them to put up their homes. In relation to our program to provide decent housing, we have created the Municipal Risk Reduction Management Office and equipped its personnel with adequate and modern operational gears and equipment to respond to any eventuality for our program on disaster risk reduction and management. And we have seen infrastructure programs and projects funded locally or externally, the concreting of road networks, canals, the construction and repair of buildings and structures and various infra projects to quantify our commitment to infrastructure development in Isulan. My dear Isulanons, I stand before you today beaming with pride as I report to you the notable gains and successes of the municipality for the past 6 years based on the 10-point agenda I have articulated previously. We are right on schedule, even ahead in most areas. I am positive that we will be able to achieve the vision, plans, and programs that we have laid out for our constituents. At the start of my administration, in 2016, along the way, we have faced a lot of hurdles, obstacles, and unforeseen challenges, such as the COVID-19 pandemic forced us to revisit our priorities and shift our focus. But we have surpassed all this with flying colors. We have managed to maintain being a model of excellence worthy of emulation by other communities in the region, even on a national scale. Perhaps the best manifestation that we are on the right track are the numerous awards, recognitions, and accolades ISULAN has received from various government agencies and non-government bodies, for most of which is the most competitive municipality award by the National Competitiveness Council of the Philippines. One word comes to mind: consistency. But we must not stagnate. We must not be contented. We cannot just sit on our laurels and admire our past accomplishments. We need to continue to grow and seek greater heights. And this is where I will be pointing our beloved ISULAN towards in my remaining 3 years as the mayor. My fellow Isulanons, I am humbled and beyond grateful for the trust reposed on me. I feel indebted to all of you for your vote of confidence, a gesture I intend to reciprocate by directing all my energy and heart towards the fulfillment of a vision of a more livable, more successful, more responsive, more inclusive ISULAN. My administration will still be predicated on the same 10-point agenda, with emphasis on expansion and amplification. We will magnify and double our goals on each area, considering that we have already achieved the targets that we have set before. Mas paigtingin pa natin ang ating mga programa sa agrikultura sa pamamagitan ng paglalaan ng mas malaking alokasyon para sa pondo ng lokal na pamahalaan para sa malibreng seeds, feeds at fertilizers at technical support para sa mas maraming bilang sa ng mga kababayan nating magsasaka. Ipagpapatuloy at palalaguin pa natin ang ugnayan at partnership ng munisipyo sa mga pribado at pampublikong ahensya, individual at organisasyong nagbibigay pansin at suporta sa sektor. Lalapit tayo sa Department of Agriculture, DAR, PRDP at iba pang sangay ng gobyerno upang makakuha ng mga proyektong pangmodernisasyon tulad ng mga farm mechanics, pagsasaayos ng mga farm-to-market roads, mga tulay, bodega at mga gusali, at iba pang proyektong makakatulong sa pagpapaganda ng pagsasaka sa ating bayan. Sisikapin nating magkaroon ng mga drones at iba pang gadgets para sa moderno at siyentipiko na pagsasaka. Mas lalo nating pag-uukulan ng pansin ang potensyal na high-value crops and vegetable production, aquaculture, livestock at poultry industry sa ating bayan. Pangarap ko na maging bantog ang ISULAN bilang isang seed-producing community, kahanay ng mga kilalang quality seed growing areas. To this end, we will encourage our farmers to intensify the production of quality rice materials. We will provide them with the needed technical support to enable them to engage in this evidently profitable farming. Susubukan din natin sa abot ng ating kakayahan ng lokal na pamahalaan na magkakaroon ng alternative trading market for all farmers' produce. We will study the feasibility for forging an agreement with the National Food Authority for the local government to act as conduit and facilitate the sale of our farmers' harvest through the said agency. I am instructing our municipal agriculturist to conduct exploratory talks with his counterpart in the NFA towards this purpose. Marami na tayong mga interventions sa pangangalaga ng katahimikan at kapayapaan ng ating bayan. Ganun pa man, patuloy nating itong tinututukan at bibigyang pansin. Maglalaan tayo ng mas malaking pondo upang makabili ng mga modernong kagamitan at sasakyan at dagdag na suporta upang makagalaw ang ating mga kapulisan at kasundaluhan. At iba pang mga ahensyang tagapangalaga ng kapayapaan. We will support and modernize our peacekeepers, keeping in mind that peace is an integral component for the continued development of ISULAN. In partnership with them, we will intensify our anti-criminality campaign to assure that lawlessness will not take root in our community. We will promise a peaceful and secure society. We will also train and ready our BPATs in the barangays, to capacitate them in times of necessity. Dahil naniniwala tayo na ang barangay ay may malaking papel sa pangangalaga ng katahimikan ng ating bayan. Magdadagdag tayo ng mga programa upang maturuan ang mga mamamayan na magiging mapagmatsyag, mapagmasid sa mga nangyayari sa paligid. Because everybody has a stake in the maintenance of peace and order. There will be no let-up in our campaign against illegal drugs. Magpapatuloy po ang ating pagtutok kontra illegal na droga. Magdadagdag tayo ng pondo upang masugpo ang ganitong suliranin na itinuturing nating anay sa lipunan. Hihimukin natin ang mga pusers at mga users na magbagong buhay. Magpapatuloy ang mga programang naglalayong akayin sa tamang landas ang mga kababayan nating nalulong sa droga. Currently, we still have some barangays which are not yet declared drug-free. Hinahangad ko na bago matapos ang aking panunungkulan bilang alkalde ng bayan ng Isulan, ay magiging drug-cleared na ang 17 barangays ng ating bayan. I am enjoining all barangay chairmen, barangay officials, whether you supported me politically or otherwise, to work with me. This is beyond politics. We all have a stake in pagsumikapan po nating maging drug-cleared ang ating mga nasasakupang lugar. I will utilize the considerable powers of my office to ensure a drug-free Isulan for all children. It is a basic function of the LGU to deliver social services to transition social change. In order for the latter to arrive, empowerment is necessary. We aim to empower the vulnerable, to assist the helpless, to mainstream the marginalized, to effect social development. For the past 6 years, we had countless programs and activities for our children, for our women, for the youth, the senior citizens, the PWDs, the single parents, the LGBTQ, our unemployed, the CICLS, our VALSI clients, and other marginalized and disadvantaged sectors of society. Today, I commit to you, we will continue these interventions and initiatives. We will appropriate bigger funds for programs geared to reaching out these sectors, and we will hasten implementation of this. The daycare program will continue. Feeding program will continue. Mortuary assistance will continue. Emergency cash assistance funds will continue. God programs will definitely continue. We will ensure that the local government will continue to allocate a big part of our annual budget for the prioritization of the current programs for social services. All these programs will be maintained and expanded. We will also continue to connect with the DSWD and other entities for Isulan to be recipients of possible interventions. We will apportion funds for counterparting with Kalahi CIDDS in CDDP, for the PRDP, or whatever its successor would be. We will advocate for the continuation of the feeding program for our daycare children. We will further our partnership with these agencies and institutions so as to guarantee that all municipality will continue to be a beneficiary of their plans and programs. The President himself has mentioned in his inaugural address the importance of education by uttering these immortal words. Ang edukasyon lamang ang tanging pamana natin sa mga anak natin na hindi mawawaldas. This tourism holds significance to this day. Kaya naman, ang ating pagsusumikap na masiguro ang dekalidad at edukasyong accessible para sa lahat, sapagkat education is for all. Sa pamamagitan ng local school board na binubuo ng mga kinatawan galing sa sektor ng edukasyon, sisiguraduhin natin na mapupunta sa paglinang ng kakayahan at karunungan ng ating mga mag-aaral sa bawat sentimo ng Special Education Fund ng munisipyo. Tututukan natin ang paggamit nito upang matiyak na akma at nararapat ang pupuntahan nito. Habang palaki ng palaki ang Special Education Fund, ay mas maraming mga mag-aaral ang makikinabang dito. Hinihikayat ko po ang ating mga district supervisors, mga principals at school administrators na pagtulungan nating maayos at maalam na maitaguyod ang ating mga school at district improvement plans na magiging basihan ng ating alokasyon ng SEF budget. Ipagpapatuloy din natin ang ating mga scholarship programs para sa makabataang isulanon. Pagsusumikapan nating madagdagan pa ang ating pondo upang mas marami pang mabibiyayaan na magiging scholar ng bayang isulan. Malaking tulong sa pag-aaral ng ating mga kabataan ang suportang nakukuha nila galing sa ating scholarship program. At aasahan po ninyo na ating itong palalaganapin. Gayon din, magpapatuloy ang ating pamimigay ng mga school bags at school supplies para naman sa mga mag-aaral natin sa elementarya. Simpleng bagay lamang ito. Ngunit nahihimok sa ganitong paraan ng programang ito ang mga mahihirap nating mga mag-aaral na magpatuloy na pag-aaral sa kanilang murang edad. Gayon din, magpapatuloy at lalawakan pa natin ang mga technical vocational programs para naman sa mga out-of-school youth. Hihingi pa tayo sa TESDA ng maraming slots para sa mga kabataang nais maka-avail ng training na kanilang magagamit para sa kanilang ikabubuhay. Maglalaan din tayo ng mas malaking pondo para naman sa locally funded training programs. Ipagpapatuloy din natin ang ating pagtulong sa pagpapaayos ng mga paaralan sa ating bayan. We will remain to be supportive of the undertakings of our schools in this municipality. The municipal government will sustain our contributions to them. Magapadayon ang pagmobilisa, pagbulig sa aton mga eskwelahan. Ginapasalig ko sa inyo, ngayara ko, nga madangpan ninyo sa tanan nga oras. My DepEd family, after all, it takes an entire community to educate a child. This pandemic has tested our resolve and pushed us to our limits. It has taught the world the painful lesson of giving health our paramount focus. It has forced us to abandon other priorities and place resources to combat COVID-19 and its consequences. It has eaten a large chunk of our budget, even until now. and made us realize the clear possibility of similar occurrence in the future, such that we have to make provisions for it in our future plans and programs. That is the new normal now in planning. With this in mind, I intend to address the lack of our health personnel in the municipal health unit. I am instructing our health officer, Dr. Lanife Biadora, to prioritize the study of the reorganizational staffing pattern of the office to highlight the needs and deficiencies of manpower with the full devolution of basic services as an offshoot of the Mandanas-Garcia ruling. There is a distinct and grave possibility of personnel currently subsidized by the Department of Health and deployed to us being pulled out, a situation we have to address. I am thankful to the previous sets of officials for passing the needed legislation for the municipal government to hire on a job order-based additional municipal paid community health workers to be deployed to the different barangays, who, though not be comparable in educational attainment and capabilities to the DOH paid nurses, midwives, medtechs, and other personnel, are competent and qualified to mitigate the impact of losing the latter. We intend to increase the fund allocation in the future to employ more health workers. Matuod nga ang mga kabaranggayan naton ang primarily responsible sa delivery of basic health services sa barangay level. Kaupod na diri ang responsibilidad para sa mga BHW. Based sa Mandanas-Garcia ruling, apang magapadayon man bulig sa municipal government sa ila, pinaagi sa mga training kag technical support. Sila bilang mga katuwang sang aton mga community health workers sa paglantaw kag pagsabat sang health issue sa tagsa-tagsa nga mga barangay. We will encourage them to avail of the programs by the DOH and TESDA. The local board will also continue to accredit qualified health workers. Magpadayon man kag padakuon pa naton ang budget para sa mabulong sa aton RHU kag mga health centers kung makayan naton. Aton man pagabudgetan pa ang pagbakal sa mga moderno kag di kalidad ng mga kagamitan para sa medical, dental kag laboratory. Magapangita kita sang paagi para sa aton nga serbisyo parehas sang birthing clinic, pharmacy, animal bites laboratory, TB dots kag iban pa. Magapadayon kag ma-modernize naton pagkakayuhon naton ang aton mga structures para mas maayo nga serbisyo sa aton katawhan. Pagasugura na tindog ang aton isa ka super rural health unit dito sa aton bag-o nga municipal compound. It is worth 11.5 million pesos with full equipment with X-ray and CT scan. X-ray and laboratory. Ining rural health unit, ako naghandom mahimuon naton ini isa ka infirmary o gamay nga hospital exclusively para sa mga Isulanons. Aton tinguhaon nga matuman ini sa sulod sang 3 ka tuig. Ako man nagahandom nga magapaobra kita sa isa ka dialysis center sa aton nga banwa nga maga-cater exclusively sa mga kasimanwa naton nga may problema sa kidney kag kinahanglan i-dialysis. My fellow Isulanons, let me apprise you of a stark reality. For the next 3 years, our share of the national revenue allotment will decrease compared to this year. This means lesser resources, lesser budget, and limited programs. For next year alone, our share will lessen by more or less 65 million pesos. How will we cope up with the increased obligations due to the full devolution with lesser share? That is the big concern of our fiscal team. This entails austerity measures not experienced before, and even that will not be enough to remedy our deficiency. We need to strengthen our local income to make up for what will be lost in our share of the national revenue allotments. We have to make certain of efficient local collection. We will explore every avenue for the municipal government to increase our local income collection. I am now directing the municipal treasurer, Ms. May Barrera, and the licensing officer, Mr. Linore Taipin, to double their efforts in conducting tax mapping activities to ensure the registration of businesses and to ensure that potential revenue will be collected. At the same time, we must guarantee a suitable business climate to encourage entrepreneurial activities. A conducive environment must be present to entice business. Along this line, I am again directing the licensing officer and other relevant officers to conduct a study and develop strategies to invite local, regional, and even national, or if possible, international business to come in ISULAN. My guiding principle is always transparent, efficient service or tests, and I intend to continue advocating for a sound, transparent, and efficient management of the financial affairs of this municipality. Simply put, every centavo spent must go back to the people dahil inyo po ang pera ng bayan ng ISULAN. Bawal po ang sinumang magpakasasa sa pera ninyo. Kung kaya't inaatasan ko po ang bawat sangay at opisina ng lokal na pamahalaan ng ISULAN, lalo na ngayong panahon ng pandemya, na magiging masinop sa paggamit ng mga resources ng ating bayan. We must protect our environment. We must contribute our part to the sustainability of our ecosystem. We only have one earth to live. We cannot afford to sacrifice it. Mga Isulanon, humihingi ako ng pangunawa at patawad sa inyong lahat sapagkat mula ngayon, ipapatupad na namin ang mga nakasaad sa ating Environmental Code, sa ating Solid Waste Management Ordinance, at iba pang mga batas at regulasyon na patungkol sa pangangalaga ng kalikasan. Simula ngayong araw na ito, inuutusan ko po ang ating Menro, Engineer Hervey Lamita, at iba pang mga tagapagpatupad na ipatupad ng wasto, maayos, at to the letter ang mga batas na ito, particular sa pangongolekta ng basura. Ating itataguyod ang no segregation, no collection. Walang kukuning mga basura sa bawat kabahayan na hindi nasesegregate. Papatawan ng kaukulang parusa ang maglalabag nito sa kautosang ito. Inuulit ko po, mga kababayan, I'm sorry, no segregation, no collection. Inaanyayahan ko rin ang ating mga kabaranggayan na maging alerto sa pagbabantay at dakpin ang mga pasaway na kababayan natin. Kung tutuusin, kayo sa inyong barangay ang unang tutugon sa usapin ng garbage disposal alinsunod sa batas. We will also propose co-management agreements with the DENR and other agencies in order to protect our forests and natural resources. We will have a crackdown on illegal mining in our mountains, which threaten our watersheds. We will also be vigilant against illegal logging. Paigtingin din natin ang clean and green program sa ating bayan at hihimukin natin ang bawat isulanon na magtanim ng mga punong kahoy, lalong-lalo na mga fruit-bearing trees sa kanilang mga bakuran. Ito po ay malaking tulong upang maiwasan natin ang polusyon at mabisang paraan upang maging malinis at presko ang hanging malalanghap natin. Masakit nga akong makitaan nga may mga kababayan kita nga nagatulog sa kundiin-diin lang. Cellophane ang dingding, cellophane ang atop, sako sang semento ang bani. Walang kakayahan nga magkalupa kag balay. Hatagan naton ini sila sing paglaom. Ang makasimanwa naton nga ara sa sini nga sitwasyon. Nagsugod na kita sang distribusyon sang lupa nga ara sa Lote Forte. Kag aton ginhatagan priority ang mga dati nga naga-star. Ginproseso na subong ang individual land title nga nakapangalan sa mga beneficiaries. Tinguaon gid naton nga matigayon ang phase 2 para sa mas madamo pa nga makasimanwa naton ang magkalupa para may patindugan sila sang ila mga balay. Yara na sa karon ang aton application sa DSUD. Buligin ninyo ako sa pagpangamuyo nga mag-grant ang aton nga request. Amuman ini para sa aton mga empleyado. Hatagan naton sang oportunidad ang atong mga kubos nga empleyado sang LGU sang ISULAN. I am instructing our legal officer to renew our application with the DSUD for a housing project at the 8-hectare property bought by the national municipal government located at Bliss, Calawag 1. It is high time for our qualified employees to have their own place to abode. Aton man ipakabadayon ang profiling sang aton mga kasimanwa nga wala sing maistaran. Ini importante para may ara kita ready nga reference kang mahibaluan naton ang clear picture with respect to the homeless and informal settlers in ISULAN. The MSWDO is erected to take charge with this undertaking. We had a pre-pandemic proposal to purchase lands in every barangay, which will be the relocation site for the homeless and informal settlers situated there. But the onset of the pandemic caused us to reprioritize and abandon other plans and programs and activities in response to COVID-19. I believe that it is now proper to revisit this plan, to acquire a parcel of land in every barangay to address the growing number of informal settlers and homeless Isulanos in the next 3 years. We will apportion a budget for land acquisition acquisition by the municipal government. We will look for suitable areas in the barangays nga pagabaklon naton, pagkabaklon sa munisipyo, silbi sabat sa problema sa aton mga kasimanwa nga wala sang balay. We will endeavor to provide shelter for our people, for it's a right of every Isulanon. Sang mga nagliligad nga mga tuig, hindi na maisip kung pila ka kalamidad ang aton na eksperyensyahan, bagyo, linog, baha, may mga emergency nga dapat respondihan. Sunog, disgrasya o aksidente sa kadalanan. Mga man-made calamity, parihas ang isa bombing incident nga natabo diri sa aton banwa. Kag labi na gid sa tanan ang pandemya nga diin damo sa aton kasimuan na ang nagmalasakit kag ang iba nagtaliwan na. Ini tanan nga mga nagakalatabo hindi naton malikawan. Amoy ini ang rason kung nga may ara kita gin-create nga isa ka opisina base sa mando sang nagligad nga administrasyon. Ginplastar naton ang Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office agud madali ang aton pagresponde sa mga kalamidad kang mga emergency nga nagakalatabo diri sa aton banwa. With the creation of the MDRRMO, we have a better disaster preparedness and response actions than we had before, as there is a concerned office to handle such events. In the past years, we have purchased numerous modern equipment for our rescue operations. We will sustain and intensify this by providing for a bigger budget to fund for the MDRRMO modernization. Our MDRM office is open 24 hours in 7 days, manned by well-trained individual and skilled rescuers to respond without delay to emergencies. We will establish a pool of responders in every purok for immediate response system during emergencies and calamities. We will allocate more funds for our disaster risk reduction concerns for fast, effective, and efficient disaster risk reduction and preparedness. We will try to be a Wi-Fi ready community to all barangays. Dako gid ang akon handom nga ang tanan nga kadalanan sang aton banwa magapakayo kag masementuhan. Matuod gid nga mabudlay naton matuman kay ang iban nga makadalanan sa aton banwa ara sa mga remote areas. Nakita man ninyo ang nga kalabanan sa aton mga dalan, amat-amat na nai-rehabilitate kag iba na sementuhan na. Ginahandom ko gid, kag paningkamutan gid naton nga ang mga dalan sa poblasyon maging konkreto. Amuman ang mga main road networks halin sa mga barangay pakadto sa poblasyon. Hindi man pwede nga tanan nga dalan naton sabay-sabay naton masemento kay kita depende man lang sa aton budget kag kung ano ang aton makuha sa national government. Tinguhaan naton nga ang mga dalan sa banwa sang ISULAN ma-rehabilitate kag ma-reconstruct agud ang pagtransport sa mga produkto naton halin sa aton kaumahan pakadto sa palengke mahapos na para sa aton mga mangunguma. Madasig kag safe ang pagbiyahe sang aton mga pumuluyo pakadto sa banwa. It is my dream that at the end of my remaining 3 years as your mayor, we will be able to facilitate the concreting of 90% of the road networks in the poblasyon and 60% of our farm-to-market roads. Sa karon, ang ginapangako namon nga bag-o nga munisipyo ginasugdan na kag sa hindi madugay sa sunod nga tuig maybe makatapos na gid ini or matapos na gid ini. Madamo pa nga mga buildings ang aton ibutang dira sa aton bag-o nga municipal compound nga ini may budget na nga pwede na pangasugdan within this year. Una, ang aton super health clinic nga halin ini sa aton Department of Health. Pagasundan sang aton isa ka dako nga gymnasium, dako pa sinidiri, no? Isa ka air condition nga ready nga gymnasium nga nagabalor 50 million pesos, may budget na ina siya. Pagasugdan na siya subong nga tuig. Ang aton nga RHU may advanced nga medical laboratory para sa mga isulanon. Magapahimo man kita sang bag-o nga sang aton park and plaza. Kung inyo makita ang aton banwa lang, wala sing park and plaza. Subong bago matapos ang akong termino bilang mayor sang banwa sang Isulan, pagasugdanan naton ang pag-implementar pag-obra sang aton park and plaza kay may budget na ina siya subong nga tuig. Paliwaliwahan sang aton mga kasimanwa inang park and plaza. Ipasimento man naton ang dalan sa likod sang bag-o naton nga munisipyo nga tadlong sang Don Benjamino Avenue o ang ginatawag sang aton mga katigulangan the Lasadico Road. Pag-umpisahan, subong nga bulan, ang semento halindra sa Magbanwa Street hasta sa likod sang Isla Adelina. Kag next year, pagpatapuson hasta matapos sa likod sang aton bag-o nga munisipyo. Ina siya tanan, may budget na. Hindi lang ina, pagabutangan naton, ginambisyon man naton tanan, nga butangan naton sang isa ka bicycle lane. Himuon naton nga atraksyon ang likod sang aton nga munisipyo, himuon naton nga tourist spot nga destinasyon sa aton banwa. Kay wala man kita sang turismo gina-promote dira, mahimo kita sang artificial tourist pinaagi sa aton bag-o moderno nga munisipyo kag butangan sang mga plaza, kag ipasimento ang likod, kag himuon sang park yapon kag bicycle lane para sa tanan nga gusto mag-exercise dito. Mga kasimanwa, tanan nga mga plano naton naka-align sa mga plano sang aton presidente. Kag iniman nga mga plano ang mangin preparasyon naton para sa ginahandom naton nga mangin isa ka syudad ang Isulan sa masunod nga mga tinuig. Kung hindi man sa panahon sang akon administrasyon, mangin isa ka syudad ang aton pinalangga nga banwa. Dako ang akon pagsalig kag pagpati nga padayunon sa masunod nga administrasyon ang mga nasugudan naton nga mga buluhaton nga hindi nato natapos sa panahon sang akon administrasyon. All these plans are geared towards the cityhood of our beloved Isulan. This is the very reason why I would like to work hand in hand and would ask the cooperation of our new set of legislative body, spearheaded by the Honorable Attorney Vice Mayor Attorney Arnold Armada and the members of the Sangguniang Bayan. I seek your support by passing the needed legislative action to achieve all our dreams. For I believe that you too want our beloved Isulan to rise and become one of the booming cities in this part of the country. This might not be realized in the next 3 years. ISULAN might not become a city during my administration, but we are laying down the foundation now for the benefit of the next administration and the next generation of our people. With this, I would like to appeal once more to all of you, my beloved Isulanos, to continue to put your trust on us as we work together for the success and realization of our plans and aspirations. As this will bring ISULAN to higher glory, taking cue from the clarion call of PBBM himself, I beckon every Isulanon to be united as we pursue our ultimate dream, the place of the golden opportunities. Let us make ISULAN. Let us make this a better place to live in for our children and our children's children, for ISULAN, for the next generation, for cityhood. Mga pinalangga ko nga mga Isulanon, sa liwat, nagapasalamat ako sang dako sa inyo pagsalig, pagboto, pagpalangga sa akon. Ginahangyo kigid ang kooperasyon ninyo tanan para sa padayon nga kayuhan sang aton pinalangga nga banwa. Bago ako matapos, gusto ko pasalamatan ang isa ka tao nga espesyal sa akon kabuhi nga nagahatag sang mga akon tungkod, nga akon sandigan, nga nagahatag sang kakusog sa akon, nga nagasaligid sang 101% sa akon, ang akon pinalangga nga bana, ang aton dating Mayor Dado Paliasige. Ako man nakita ng aton mga bisita nga hindi ko nakita kay na si Honorable Alfonso Di Masuay, si former Judge Balo, nalipat ka na friend ba? And the gentleman next to Kuya Ernie, hindi ko kayo makita. Kag sa tanan nga mga bisita nga hindi ko na-mention a while ago, mahamungaya nga aga sa tanan. Nakita ko rin ang aton dating Vice Mayor Lordine Lalay Castillo, ang aton dating SB member Gina Belmes, ang aton dating SB member June Rendon, Rene Aristosa, Ann Collado, Rogie Aristosa, Honorable Rogie Aristosa, and Needs de la Serna, si Kuya Erning tapos na, si Honorable Machas, and all other dignitaries who have not been mentioned a while ago. My sincere apology to all of you. And to those dito, mga friendship, mayong aga sa atong tanan, mayong adlaw sa atong tanan. Isa ka oras pa bago ko matapos. God bless us all. Sa akong kabataan, si Andrew Well, si Archen, si Alfred, kag si Eileen, ang akong mga supporters nga mga avid fan nga mga kabataan, ang akong nga financer. Madamong kasalamat sa inyong suporta, mga anak. God bless us all. God bless ISULAN. Bago ako matapos, mga pinalangga ko nga Isulanan, gusto ko sa mga katawan sang ISULAN, dululungan kita sa paghugyaw. Boylog ISULAN! Madamo, gid nga, salamat.
Okay, so before I will start, let's give another warm of applause to the excellent message, inaugural address of our Honorable Mayor, Dr. Tess Pallasige. So, my respect to all our constituents who are present, headed by the heads of the different line agencies present. Hindi talang maisa-isa gid tanan. Our provincial officials in attendance, Ari diri, our former mayor and incumbent board member, Dr. Ernesto Matias, and incumbent, former vice mayor also, and incumbent board member for the 1st District, Province of Sultan Kudarat, Engineer Pons Dimasuay, and our former RTC judge, and now the present provincial legal officer, Attorney Lorenzo Balo. And we are also privileged to have the presence of the Chief of Staff of the Provincial Governor's Office, the Chief of Staff of our incumbent Governor, Honorable Dato Pax Ali Mangoda Dato, in the person of Kaharudin Di Latin. And of course, also present, our former mayor and the better half, our first gentleman, Honorable Diosdado G. Pallasige. Military officials present, police officers in attendance, our fire and jail officers present, our heads of offices of the different departments, and the employees of the municipality of Isulan, barangay officials, civic organizations present, the religious sectors present, both our brother Christians and Muslims, our respective families present, and former municipal office municipality headed by our former Vice Mayor, Honorable Lordin Castillo. So, indeed, this is a very historic and momentous occasion. This inaugural session of the Sangguniang Bayan is held every term or during the start of the term of the Sangguniang Bayan. So this time, we have the 21st Sangguniang Bayan of the municipality of Isulan. And we are overwhelmed by the presence of the different sectors of our society in this municipality, and also the presence of our constituents from different barangays, different civic organizations. This reminds us that you are the people nga nagbutang sa amon pwesto, no? So first, we thank you for giving your trust to us. As our mayor said earlier, we also in the Sangguniang Bayan, together with the 10 members of the Sangguniang Bayan, we are very thankful to the trust and confidence that you have given to us. And this goes the principle that public office is a public trust. No? Because true power come from the people, daw gin-delegate lang sa amon through election. And because you trusted us, as you elected us to the position. So, we are happy to hear the 10 focus agenda presented by our Honorable Mayor. For sure, the Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan as partners. We also declare that we are one in delivering services to the municipality of Isulan to our constituents, and we support the programs laid down by our Honorable Mayor. We are glad to hear the first sector mentioned by our Honorable Mayor, the sector of agriculture. And mabatian naton sa news, maski na ngaton nga no less than our President, ang number one nga agenda niya is on agriculture. That's why he headed the Department of Agriculture himself. And with this, or we believe that one of the sectors to be supported by this administration is the agricultural sector, because if we ably give support to this sector, all the rest of the sectors in our society, in our municipality, will have a good effect. It could have a ripple effect. And we will also request that all sectors related to agriculture will also be supported. Our public market, where agricultural products is usually delivered, our slaughterhouses, or slaughterhouse, and we are also glad to hear that our local chief executive mentioned of the roads that will be made concrete or developed so that our agricultural products could easily reach the market. And also, we are glad to hear that our local chief executive will have or will continue the anti-drug abuse program as part of maintaining our peace and order. Along these sectors, our agricultural sector and on peace and order, the Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan is willing and interested to pass legislation in support of these programs. Also, of course, we have the social services sector and the education sector. We are one with the local chief executive. Why ko gulit na mention, our DepEd family, officials and teachers. We will also join the local executive in supporting your program and uplifting, especially the plight of our teachers. And also, we are glad to hear that our local chief executive mentioned the improvement of our health department, starting from the staffing pattern. But of course, we will also request our Honorable Mayor, for sure, other departments will also request, kag maghangyo ni kay Mayor, that some positions also to reorganize, meaning to arrange their pattern, will also be realized. And we are happy to hear that programs about health, medical and dental facilities will be improved. With this program, we can be aligned with the main program also of our provincial government. Makita naton one of the main program of our provincial government, this time headed by our Governor, Honorable Dato Pax Ali Mangoda Dato. Makita man naton ang trust kag main objective sa atong provincial government is on health services. Makita naton ang dako naton nga hospital, and on our part in the municipality of Isulan, kung meaning pero ongoing, nga gina-establish naton ang aton health services, dako nga pabor kag bulig sa constituents kag pumuluyo sa banwasang Isulan. With this, we are also very much willing, the Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan, to pass legislation along this line to implement this program. And also, the Honorable Mayor mentioned about our environment and the strict implementation of our garbage collection. We will say that we also are one with this objective, and we are willing to pass legislation also along this line. And my dear Isulanons, I am proud to present to you the 21st Sangguniang Bayan, the strong and progressive members of this Sangguniang, the 10 strong members of this Sangguniang Bayan. As we already start our session and functionings, we are live on Facebook and radyo natin. You can hear the discussions and the arguments made by the members. Makita namon, makita ko man nga sila mga masigasig man, kag very much objective para sa kayuhan sang aton banwa. With due respect to our former Vice Mayor, ibutang talang mas or daw level talang sila sang previous naton nga term. In the Sangguniang Bayan, we expect that we always see that our Sangguniang Bayan will lead to the best idea kung anong makaayo sa aton nga banwa. We will comply with our mandate to pass effective legislation that will benefit our constituents, especially those mga kubos naton nga mga kasimanwa. No? We term that as social justice. We give more to those who are less in life. And with that, we will work hand in hand to bring development to our municipality. Na-mention pa ni Mayor kayo no? About cityhood of Isulan. Shall we say, sa tanan nga ari dire, sinong gusto nga mag-city ang Isulan? Pakibayaw kamot be para makita na naman nga daan kung gusto nyo nga mag-city ang atong banwa. Do gamay lang kabayaw ha? Okay. Thank you very much. I will not talk for too long, but I will end with this story. Okay? Pero kaining boss niya, very insistent, sila niya, amo ni, may ipaubra pa ko sa imo, isa na lang gid, bago ka mag-retire. So, the manager felt bad. No? Kay ano maning boss ko, ma-retire na ko, tagaan niya pag sa ubra. No? Siya, last na lang gid ni. No? I have one project for you, a house. No? So, ari ang plano, obrahon mo ni, pag natapos mo ni, allowed ka na mag-retire. So, the construction manager, with a heavy heart, giobra niya to. Pero meaning, wala niya giobra mayo. May mga damo engineer dire. No? Ang outer external plans niya, wala niya giobra mayo. Ang mga materials niya, gimpili niya tong mga low quality. Kaya daw labag na sa loob niya magtrabaho. Ang iya lang, makomply niya lang ang sugo sang boss niya. Okay. And finally, he was able to finish the house and reported to his boss, Sir, the house you ordered me to construct, is already done. So, siling sang boss niya, very good. Okay. So, gigather niya tanan nga employee sa company kag gintagaan sang honor kay ti ma-retire na siya, and the boss said, I will give you a bonus tungod sa kadugay nga pagiging loyal mo sa akon kag pag trabaho mo sa akon company. So inang balay nga ginobra mo, ihatag ko na sa imo nga bonus. Okay. So may imagine ta ko anong gibatyag sa tong construction manager. Okay. So ang challenge to us is sa ka-routinary sang life naton, no? Especially mga employees or any one of us, ang pag-ubra ta sang trabaho ta kung kisa, if not most of the time, nang hasta lang ma-comply ta, no? Hasta lang matapos na, no? So with that kind of work, siyempre, we don't expect man sang excellent nga result. So the challenge for us is to do more, to be above average, no? To be above par, ng mga term nila, no? To do our job, our respective work, no? We belong to the different sectors in our society. Kung diin ka man nga sector, let's do it with excellence, no? Because though unconsciously, we are building a home here in Isulan. Ibutang mo lang, i-confine talang diri sa atong banwa. And in doing our job, if we do it with excellence, we are building a better or a high-quality house or a high-quality home. Nga kita man mismo ang mag-enjoy kag mag-start. Whether we like it or not, we are all Isulanons, regardless of tribe, regardless of religion. We belong to the same family. We are all kapamilya, and we should strive to make our home, our municipality, as the best or the better place to live. So, madamo gid nga salamat sa tanan nga mga stakeholders nga ari diri, mga officials nga ari diri. It reminds us also to work harder for our municipality. Madamo gid nga salamat kag maayong aga sa aton. Honorable Marvin Dalanon is recognized.
Mr. Presiding Officer, at this juncture, I move for the granting of resolution of commendation to the past Vice Mayor, Honorable Lordin Castillo, and the past SB members, Honorable Rene F. Aristoza and Honorable Jenna B. Dael.
Any seconder? Okay, so the motion giving of resolution of commendation to Honorable Lordin H. Castillo, Honorable Rene F. Aristosa, and Honorable Gina Bilmes Dael is hereby approved. So, Madam Secretary, could you make the arrangement on how we...
May I read the content of this resolution, Your Honor? So first, we have to award this resolution of commendation to the former Sangguniang Bayan member, Honorable Gina Belmes Dael. So this is resolution number 2022-82. This is excerpts from the minutes of the regular session of the 21st Sangguniang Bayan of Isulan held on the 11th day of July 2022. So this is resolution of commendation to Honorable Gina Belmes Dael for her meritorious and exemplary public service rendered to the municipality of Isulan as the former municipal Sangguniang Bayan member of this municipality from 2013 to 2022. So may I read this content, Your Honor?
So may I request the regular ID members to please come up the stage together with our Honorable Mayor.
So, whereas Honorable Gina Belmes Dael started her career in the public service when she ran in the 2013 election and became a member of the 18th Sangguniang Bayan of this municipality. Her competence coupled with her dedication and concern for the Isulanos had made her again re-elected and finished her 3 consecutive terms with flying colors. Whereas Honorable Gina Belmes Dael, during her term, chaired the Committee on Social Services and the Committee on Women and Family, where she efficiently and effectively discharged her duties and responsibilities, resulting to the passage of significant measures which really redounded to the best interest of the Isulanos, especially for women empowerment and for the upliftment of marginalized sector. Whereas Honorable Gina Belmes Dael, before her entrance to public service, was known to be a popular media personality which paved the way for her political career. Her competence, coupled with her dedication and sincerity to serve, brought her closer to the Isulanos. She believed that being a lady legislator, every endeavor pushes her to what lies ahead by doing her best and working happily and selflessly for the best interests of the people whom she served. Now, therefore, after due deliberation and upon motion of Honorable Mariblait Cartujano Garingo, duly seconded by Honorable Carlo Apiado and Honorable Ryan Dumaran, and upon joint sponsorship, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved to give due commendation to Honorable Gina Belmes Dael for her meritorious and exemplary public service rendered to the municipality of Isula as former Sangguniang Bayan member of this municipality for 3 consecutive terms from 2013 to 2022. Resolved finally that copy of this resolution be given to Honorable Gina Belmes Dael as a fitting recognition for her exemplary and invaluable contribution to the Isulanos. Signed, yours truly, Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan. Attested, signed, Attorney Arnold H. Armada, Municipal Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer. Concurred by Her Honor, the Municipal Mayor this July 13, 2022. Signed, Dr. Marites K. Palasigi, Municipal Mayor. Next is Resolution number 2022-81 Resolution of commendation to Honorable Rene Fuentes Aristoza for his meritorious and exemplary public service rendered to the municipality of ISULAN as the former municipal Sangguniang Bayan member of this municipality from year 1995 to 2004 and year 2013 to 2022. Whereas Honorable Rene Fuentes Aristoza started his public service as an employee of the Provincial Planning Development Office of Sultan Kudarat in 1984. Driven by his ardent desire to further serve the people, has prompted him to enter into the political arena, where he was elected as the Sangguniang Bayan member of this municipality for a total of 6 terms from years to address the needs of the Isulanos and alleviating the plight of the needy had made him well loved by the Isulanos. He believes that public service is precisely a self-sacrifice in order to serve the people sincerely and as honestly, and to gain the people's trust. Public interest must prevail. Whereas Honorable Rene Fuentes Aristoza in his work as a public servant and a civic leader cannot be contested, for he was a man who gained credibility for what he did, proven by the overwhelming support of the people. He was a public servant who always made himself available in the midst of necessities as far as the general welfare of the Isulanos was at stake. He likewise lived up to the rule of a good and loving husband to his wife and his children. Now, therefore, after due deliberation and upon motion of Honorable Mariblight Cartujano Garingo, duly seconded by Honorable Carlo Apiado and Honorable Rayan Dumaran, and upon joint sponsorship, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, to give due commendation to Honorable Rene Fuentes Aristoza for his meritorious and exemplary public service rendered to the municipality of Isulan. So resolved finally that copy of this resolution be given to Honorable Rene Fuentes Aristoza as a fitting recognition for his contributions to the development of the municipality of Isulan. Signed, yours truly, Secretary to the SB. Attested, signed, Attorney Arnold H. Armada, Municipal Vice Mayor Presiding Officer. Concurred by Your Honor, the Municipal Mayor, this July 13, 2022. Signed, Dr. Marites K. Paldasige, Municipal Mayor. And finally, we have this resolution of commendation, resolution number 2022-80 ISB, resolution of commendation to Honorable Lord Dean Finally, we have this resolution of commendation. This is resolution number 2022-80. This is resolution of commendation to Honorable Lord Dean Hagoriles Castillo for his meritorious and exemplary public service rendered to the municipality of Isulan as the former municipal Sangguniang Bayan member and municipal vice mayor of this municipality. Whereas Honorable Lord Dean Hagoriles Castillo started to serve this municipality when he was elected as member of the Sangguniang Bayan of this municipality and continuously held the position for 3 consecutive terms. His ardent desire to better serve the Isulanos has prompted him to run in the electoral race for vice mayoralty in the 2016 election, where he gained the overwhelming support of the Isulanos. Whereas Honorable Lord Dean Hagoriles Castillo was born to be a leader and is someone who lived up to the role of a good public servant, He exhibited proficiency and diplomacy in legislation and decision-making, both as the presiding officer of the 19th and 20th Sanggunian and the head of the office of the Sangguniang Bayan. His positive character creates a friendly ambience not only to his colleagues and staff and to the officials and employees of the municipal government of ISULAN, but also to the other members of the different sectors of the community. Whereas the passion and dedication of Honorable Lord Inaguriles Castillo as a public servant cannot be contested, for he was a man who gained credibility through his competence, dedication, and integrity, proven by the overwhelming support of the Isulanos. He was a public servant who always made himself available in the midst of necessities as far as the general welfare of Isulanos is at stake. Now, therefore, after due deliberation and upon motion of Honorable Mariblight Cartojano Garingo, duly seconded by Honorable Carlo Apiado and Honorable Ryan Dumaran, and on joint sponsorship, be it resolved as it hereby resolved to give due commendation to Honorable Lord Inaguriles Castillo for his meritorious and exemplary public service rendered to the municipality of Isulan. Resolved finally that a copy of this resolution be given to Honorable Lord Inaguriles Castillo as a fitting recognition for his contributions to the development of the municipality of Isulan. Signed, yours truly, Secretary to the SB, attested, signed, Attorney Arnold H. Armada, Municipal Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer, concurred by Her Honor, the Municipal Mayor this July 13, 2022, signed, Dr. Marites K. Palyasigi, Municipal Mayor.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Moises Dular is recognized.
I move for a message to be delivered by our administrator, Sir Kahar Dalatin, in behalf of our Governor Dato Pax Ali, mga Dato.
Okay, so any seconder? Okay, so it has been moved and seconded that the Chief of Staff of our Governor, Governor Dato Pax Ali, Mangonda Dato, in the person of Kahar Dilatin, be allowed to deliver a message in behalf of our provincial governor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Good morning. So, first and foremost, my courtesy and respect to our Honorable Mayor, Mayor Marites K. Palasige, and to our Vice Mayor, Attorney Arnold Armada, to our kapamilya councilors, Honorable Carlo L. Apiado, Honorable Moises Dular, Honorable Lama, to Honorable Morning Mejia, to Honorable Melvin Dolanon, and of course, with my colleague from the provincial government, to our former Vice Mayor and currently a member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Honorable Matias, to our former member of Sangguniang Panlalawigan and a former member of Sangguniang Bayan of ISULAN, Ma'am De La Serna, and to our member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan also, Honorable Dimasuay, and to our first gentleman, former Mayor Palasige. Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. So, on behalf of our provincial governor, Dato Pax Ali Sangki Mangudadato, we'd like to convey his message of gratitude, thanks, and congratulations to our newly elected officials and re-elected officials of the municipality of Isulan. You know, Governor Dato Pax Ali is only 24 years old. But as what he have said, that age doesn't matter when it comes to leadership. Age is just a number, but leadership lies on your willingness, with the capacity to deliver, and also with your heart for service. So in support with the municipal programs headed by our municipal mayor, we'd like to convey also that provincial government of Sultan Kudarat headed by our governor is always here to support and assist the municipal government, lalong-lalo na po ngayon that the track of the provincial government will lead into economic development. We'd like to inform everyone that this month of August, will be now establishing the Sultan Kudarat Economic Zone, which is composed of business district, medical district, and entertainment district, which will be benefited by not just only Isulanons, but the whole Sultan Kudarat province. And we'd like to inform also that in next year, we'll be now upgrading our provincial hospital into a national medical center. Ngayon po, ang ating mahal na governor ay nasa Senado upang i-discuss ang pag-upgrade ng ating hospital. And we would like to inform everyone na ang dialysis, 20 unit of dialysis will be coming this month of October. And also, andyan na po ang MRI natin. And we are now procuring also a PET scanner which will be availed by the Sultan Kudarteños for free. And next year also will be now opening the College of Medicine at Sultan Kudarat State University, which will be benefited by your sons and daughters who will be pursuing medical courses soon. And also, gusto po namin hingin ang inyong suporta sa mga plano at plataforma na meron ng ating governor and also ang ating mahal na mayor dito po sa bayan ng Isulan. It is the support and love of everyone that will lead Sultan Kudarat on its greater heights. Kaya po, sa muli, akin din pong binabati ng congratulations ang ating mga councilors na hindi ko nabanggit, Honorable Arjen K. Palasige, Honorable Ryan Dumaran, Honorable Maribelte Garingo, and also to our Honorable Hakusalem G. Galmak and Clarice A. Lagdamen. Congratulations also. So, sama-sama po tayong maglakbay patungo sa mas maunlad na Sultan Kudarat. Suportahan natin ang ating mahal na gobernador. Suportahan natin ang ating mga konseho. Suportahan natin ang ating mahal na mayor. Suportahan natin ang mahal nating lalawigan. Buylog Isulan, Sultan Kudarat, simbolo ng katahimikan at kaunlaran. SK, sikat ka!
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Kaharuddin Dilatin, the Chief of Staff of our Governor, Dato Paksali Mangotadat.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Honorable Jaco Salim Galmak is recognized.
I move for the restoration of the rolls.
Okay, so there being no objection, the rules are restored.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Honorable Jeneline Mejia is recognized.
I move for the adjournment of the inaugural session of the 21st Sangguniang Bayan.
Second, the motion.
Okay, so this inaugural session is hereby adjourned. So congratulations, everyone.
Okay, so please be seated. Remain in your respective seats. No, meron po tayong i-distribute na pack lunch. So wag lang po muna tayong umalis. Pwede na.
Hapit dire sa banwa sang Isulan.